You lose your reverse level there, you lose trend. And this is that point where if you hadn't bought that 15-minute move, you're not going and rebuying it again. So you've got the 4-hour here, which I'm sure some people bought. You could have ran the 15 here. If you're in this trade here already, this is the move, right? Like you're not going back down here and saying, oh, let's test $4 shorter. No, like this thing is distributing in a big way because it lost one of these hidden levels. It lost a pretty important point in the chart. And you're not going to go and say, okay, well, 1209.61. This thing just dropped 2%, but it missed my target by, what is this, $4 or $5? What's the low? 14.50 versus 09. We'll just call it 09.50. So you missed it by $5, and you would have front ran it by about, say, like $2, like 11.51 or something like that. So you missed your trade by $3. There is no world in which you are going to go and try to buy that level again, right? If anything, you'd want to buy this level or this as the reverse, right? So this 4-hour could be the candidate as a reverse, but I'm not sold on that yet because we are still we're 3-4 minutes into the chart. Let's just kind of go candle by candle here and dissect what this thing is doing. Okay, so we're trying to hold this 4-hour range. We know a 4-hour range needs to hold. It could hold for 12 hours. So there's no need to say like, you look at 4-hour hold levels, and sometimes it takes 2 and 3 candles closing over top of a 4-hour hold level to finally break whatever trend brought it there and say, okay, this makes sense. Actually, I would rather buy this level right here in this trade right here. This is a little greedier, and it actually does get hit. It is a kind of its own reverse level of a different criteria, right? But we're 10 minutes into this trade. There's no, or 11 minutes, I guess, or 12 minutes, 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes into this trade. There's no reason to go and say like, oh, we have to buy this right now. Like instead, you'd be going after a much greedier part of this range, right? So there would be your 4-hour reverse. But again, you're like 12 minutes into a trade that could need 12 hours. So this is very premature. And so your 5-minute gets hit. And great, we don't have a candidate for a reverse level yet. Your 5-minute would have gotten hit. You front run this at 1177. What did this go down to? 1180. That's perfect front run, like 1180 and 50 cents or 51 cents or something like that. Maybe like denominator like 51, 52, 53 or 01, 02, 03 are great because on BitMEX they only go by 50-cent denominations. So sometimes you get choked up on these $half denominations. Like, so on BitMEX you have $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $3, $3.50. You can't set like $3.54. You either set $3.50 or you set $4. So always a couple cents over that 50-cent denomination is like the $half denomination is smart, right? So yeah, this would have been a perfect spot where you would have got knife catched perfectly. And even right here, right? Here's another spot where it's like, okay, perfect trade. There's no candidate for reverse levels here. No candidate. This could be a candidate for a reverse level, and this might have even went after the 1 minute. We can actually go and see if this actually did go after like the greediest point in the trade, if there is even a greedier spot in this trade, which actually could be what wicked through on this reverse level. So it actually could be this as a reverse level that got hit right here, 1151. Nope, that already happened. So that's actually a perfect scenario right there. You see how it wicks through the level and then comes over and tests it a second time in the future. That's a good candidate for a reverse level. This would also, unless there's something back here. So this tests this right here. What's the level from back here? Right here, not really. Like this might have been what held. This is not a good candidate for a reverse level, but that would be, right? So if anything, you'd want to can we get to this right at the front? You'd want to deep dive to that point. So actually that was perfect. So that was a good candidate for a reverse level because it didn't respect the level and it did go right through. Oh my God. So that's where you can see there's a hold level that's supposed to be hit. It goes through the hold level, but then comes back over top of it because you have two scenarios on hold levels. You either hit the hold level, right? Or like, well, so actually I shouldn't circle it. I should do this. You either hit the hold level and bounce, creating your new greediest point, or you go through it and then instead of going after this level, you have the original hold level here, which is a reverse level, right? So that's like the perfect point right there where you've gone and you've said, okay, like, look, here's the greediest point in the move. So we're going to mark this as the greediest point in the move. What could be the next What can we do with this one to make it like the greediest point? We'll just do this and we'll make it like a dash line. Actually, we can just write greediest, I suppose. Greediest, okay? So then when we look at this on the bigger picture, we know that the reverse level can be the ladder point. So ladder, ladder, ladder. Can this hold? Yes. Is it a good spot? Yes. But if it doesn't, there's still the reverse level, which will ladder the move. And that's why it happens like that, which also in the other scenario, it works like this. Hold level, break over top, base of a move off of a reverse. You see? So reverse levels become the greediest hidden points in trades. So when you have a hold level that goes through, wicks down, comes back up, you do have these as candidates for hold levels, and they work flawlessly, as you can see. I don't know, I just picked a random spot on the chart, marked what I thought would have been a reverse hold level. Look at that trade. It's perfect, right? But it's also because it's confirming, like one of the reasons why this is so perfect is because it does confirm ladder, 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 right? So it just creates a new trend. It creates a new set of hold levels, a new set of criteria. It doesn't break the ladder of the move, which means it's still technically an accumulation. It's still technically moving up. And it creates the greediest point that's hidden in a trade. So what happens after this? Yeah, see, like it's 1.8% in a few minutes. Like that's pretty nutty. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, almost 2%. That's quite crazy. And so why is it holding this? We just say in the past, we just said, oh, it can ladder off any point. So we've talked a bit about this, but not, showing these kind of points like this reverse level. We've said in the past that as long as it's under here, we can still ladder because technically it's holding the ladder, which is still accumulation because it's actually not breaking backwards through its move, right? Well, now you have reverse levels. So reverse levels show you, or we can call them hidden levels. Reverse levels, hidden levels. It's the same thing. You can call it a hidden level, reverse, whatever helps you make sense. I call them reverse levels, and half the time I call them hidden levels. But those give you those points where, instead of randomly deciding, oh, there's a wick here, or sorry, there's the body of a candle here, which what we talked about in the past. Oh, there's a body of a candle. Let's buy that. There's couple dollars by the wick, let's buy that. Well, there's almost every single time a hidden level or a reverse level. See, I don't like hidden level because hidden level assumes that you can't see it. Reverse level means that it's reversed on the other side of the chart. So that's why I call it reverse. But then you have the perfect point here, which gives you that new criteria. Again, all that does is create your new trend, right? So it creates some interior trend and you're like this right here. It creates your new trend, your new breakpoint, your new this, your new that. It creates all this criteria that you can work forward through. It creates a new hold level. The reverse level is hit. This can potentially create the base of a move if this is reversed, where it's like this. This gets hit first, and then it bounces through. Well, it can go after that reverse level as a hold level. So you can find that reverse level and see where it is, and that can be the base of a move, which shows you like that's going to be your trend right here that holds up the base of the move, because then this creates like the base right here, right? Like base right here. That's now a base of a move because it actually hits the level, breaks and holds it, and then goes after it again. Now you've got a base. Alternatively, breaks through, well, it does it right here, but I can't draw it there. It breaks through the level, comes back and holds it over. This is a reverse level, right? So that it's the same level that's being hit. And they're both creating ladder points, ladder here, or, supposedly here or here, these interior trends, bases and hidden levels, and how they form give you a different piece of architecture for the chart going forward, right? Again, just to summarize it one last time, because it's kind of a mind wrap. Because of the chart architecture, it does have a different outcome. Outcome number one goes through, hits a reverse level in the future. That's your buy. Outcome number two, hits it, breaks through, but holds. This could be holding a second reverse level down here, or it could be holding a ladder point off of a larger time frame, making this the base of the move in the future, meaning that this is the breakout point that holds up the ladder, right? So again, the base represents the range. The hidden level represents the buy spot on the base, and the reverse level is also represented or the reverse of the hidden levels also represented at that same point, but it doesn't create a base when it does that. So if it goes through first and then touches it, let's delete these brush strokes. If it goes through first, right, goes through the move first and then touches it, this is a ladder, okay? This is the hidden level or the reverse level of the move that breaks down but still confirms accumulation. So that's a ladder, right? This, and then this is a base. This holds up the range. This ladders the move. So a little different because this breaks, you break all the ranges that bring you there, right? That's the base of the move. The base of the move breaks. It breaks the range. The reverse level creates the trend, which is the ladder, which is possibly going after a different reverse level in the future or a different point on a bigger time frame. Maybe you have something here, right? Like, yeah, maybe you have something there, like a really good level. And I don't think we can see this anymore. A good example of this would be there is a level at 10,720. We can't see it anymore, but it is a hell of a 1 minute candle. It was the 1 minute candle off the big part of this move here. This likely is where this target is going in the future. We're going to go to 10,720, create this trend for the future, and create a super long-term pitch where we're likely staying at this somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000 for a long period of time. That's kind of my assumption of what's going to happen. Now we have to see what's actually going to happen in the future. But anywho, this would not be the candidate for a reverse level. You wouldn't go back here and say, oh, there was a level right here. Oh, actually, maybe, funny enough, maybe 10,720 is actually a reverse level back here too. 10,720. Possibly this is a reverse level back here too. That's interesting because 10,720 was the 1 minute, which creates the greediest point in the future, which actually may indeed be a reverse letle from the past. So that would be an interesting exercise to go and do back and look through your timeframes to see if there's actually a level. We'll just quickly check the 15. I'm pretty curious now. Let's look at that. There's actually a reverse level at 10,720, but there's actually a 1 minute greedy point here. And we don't think we can see this anymore, but I still have it marked. Oh, yes, we can. So that's it right there. I'm surprised we can still see that. 10,720 was the, just good memory, right? Because I remember these things. So I always need to know the notice of a second. If we drop like crazy, I need to set a buy at 10,720. This actually could indeed be a reverse level too. So the fact that it's a 1 minute level here also could actually be a reverse level from the past. So whatever this is here, that could be a reverse level that ladders the future of the move, right? So if you come down here in the future, this is very different, a 1 minute hold, but in this scenario, it's actually a reverse level. So I actually didn't realize it's both. Anyway, the important thing here is that had this 1 minute not been there, that would have been the right spot to buy because it is a reverse level that can ladder the move, right? So I guess originally the point I was trying to make before realizing it was a reverse level is that, and the reverse level could actually be here down at 10.5. So if this fails, you would probably want to buy this if this is a level, or there could be a level in here. Wherever that level is in here, there's probably some level inside of here that would act as the reverse level to this move. This is different though. This is the base of a move now. You see, that's different because if this creates, so I'm going to give a scenario that we're not going to go look at. This is a greedy hold level of some type, right? Chart comes here. Let's go here. Hits that greedy hold level, bounces as it's supposed to. In the future, then goes and wicks through it. This is the base of a move, right? That's the base of a move right here. So this could be a buy spot. This could be a reverse level, right? So what level gets hit in the future can have a very big effect because if this breaks, it's going to break down a large piece of this chart. As opposed to a reverse level being hit is just going to create a new ladder point, right? So interesting to see how this is going to unfold because you know what? I hadn't actually looked back here to see if, you know what? We're going to do it because now I'm curious as to actually what got hit here. It could even be something from the past, but we're going to start right here anyways and see if there's something here that got hit a greedy level right here. Actually, $11 right there. Okay. And there's our 10,720 level. So this gets hit. That goes after that. I wonder if this 11 gets hit again in the future then. This will be really interesting to actually go and see What happens here? I haven't done this work on this chart yet. Let's just take the replayer tool off and see if that actually does get hit. So that 1100 level right here, where is it? Where did we create it? No, it's 10,720 is our first level, right? Where's that 1100 level? Did it not mark on my chart? I thought it was 1100. There's 720. There's 627. Okay, that's what we marked was 627. I see. I just had my chart zoomed in so I couldn't see the real price. Let's go back and mark the 1 minute here. And let's make sure there's not a backside as well. That's the first thing I want to do. So I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to go to a higher time frame. And I'm going to take a look at this back here and make sure something larger wasn't hit. That's a valley on a bigger time frame, because that's also a possibility. Right here, but I doubt it. I don't think you've got this on a higher time frame. No, I don't think so. You'd have to go on the MEX chart and actually see, because we don't have that information on Binance. Let's take the replayer tool off here. Yeah, you actually don't. So this is a good candidate for a reverse level, 10.6. 10.6 is actually a really good candidate for a reverse level in the future. 10.72 might be the first bounce, come down to 10.6, and it moves up. And while most people were saying, oh, it's just, the greedy point, well, we have a reverse level right here. And I would back test this on Next, because the unfortunate thing about Binance is that we don't have that information. So quickly go here, remove everything. You've got the start of the valley right here, right? We're just going to go to the weekly actually to start. Just holding backside possibly even here. Okay, we're current actually in the move right now. Right? Oh, replayer tool, get off. Let's take a look at this on XBT's chart as well. 10.4 hold level. That gets it there. Replayer. Nothing. Nothing. You can see it's testing something right there. Base of the move. So it's actually the base of a move, not a reverse level. So that's the difference. Base of a move bounces off perfectly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to a 4-hour chart. Base of a move. Okay. Base of a move. Reverse level, 10.6 buy in the future again. That's going to be the base of the move in the future. It's thin, but it's there. Let's go to a 4-hour. So 10.720 might actually, oh, see, that perfect reverse level. See, I thought we didn't hit that yet again, but that's the perfect buy for this level because it is that reverse level, see, which is the base of the move now. It wasn't actually the reverse level. It would have been had it wicked straight through like this. It actually creates the base of the move. So it's perfect. I'm glad I did this on MEX because I hadn't actually done this work back to here. Now, actually, what could be another candidate for a reverse level is this right here. See how you wick through? And look at this. You hold it. It's perfect because you did wick through it. That's candidate for a reverse level. This one here, candidate for a reverse level. Wick through, hold the level, right? So you can see where when you wick through a level, this is actually perfect on the 4-hour to do this. You can see where you wick through a level. That can be the candidate for a reverse level. This here, let's see how this one works. This is a little less clean, but hold the level, right? Well, you actually held the level right here. So that's fine. The level is tested right here. This is not candidate for a reverse level. This is just the hold level got hit. It broke down to something else, right? Come on. Wicks completely through the move, reverse level. So when you wick through a move like that, you can back test it all you want. It's like it's constant, right? Right there. So this MEX chart actually really cleared up this and tied it together super nicely because you can see when you wick through a move like that, the reverse level is what you should be buying in the future. Every single time, perfect. wick through it, reverse level, wick through it, reverse level, wick through it, reverse level. Bounce off of it, fall through it, right? Big difference there. Here you go. Bounce off of it, fall through it. The level was there. It got bought, supported, and tested as it should, whether it's here or here. It's the same range because remember, this is the range of the 4 hour. And this is a limited site because these are just 4 hour candles, but it's still very accurate. Tested, goes up, doesn't wick through like crazy, right? Here's another one. Tested, goes up, breaks down, doesn't actually go through it. It's not going to sit there and say, oh, here's wick through this level like crazy. Well, kind of does a little bit here, but not really. I wouldn't consider that. I wouldn't consider this like, oh, wick through, let's create a reverse level. It does actually for one candle, which is fine. That's all it needs to do. I wonder if there's any other ones here. No, this is kind of, yeah, okay, so there's one right there. Even though it's limited in sight, wicks through, now it's the hold level. You see? Wicked through there, now it's the hold level, breaks down. Where's another one? Right here, but again, tests, breaks down, reverse level for the future right here because it wicks right through the level that it's supposed to hold. That ends up being the perfect candidate for the reverse level. So yeah, I really like this lesson on reverse levels. I'm glad I came to this BitMEX chart because this really cleared it up, and these 4 hour candles really help understand that as you work through time frames, you can see the stronger parts of reverse levels and the weaker parts of reverse levels. And I hadn't actually seen where this level had dumped to. This is the first time I've actually found it, but that makes a lot of sense because again, it's the reverse level that can ladder the move, right? So now you have this, right? So now you have that, and then just like we said before, here's the next reverse level, and so forth and so forth and so forth, right?